It's back again. I'm more with Day One Animate Philly, and like I always say, you never know who's going to pop up on the podcast, and I have been bringing 90s classic cartoon voice actors. If you're fans of shows of Mucha Lucha, Fairly OddParents, and also he does live action stuff like Reno 911. I'm with
Carlos Alazraqui. And speaking of the 90s, I actually started with Rocko's Modern Life. Right after the Ren and Stimpy, we were bumped right after them, and that was like the heyday of the Nickelodeon's cartoons. And then I did Cat Dog. Winslow, hey, Cat Dog. So yeah, I'm a 90s product and bringing the love back to 90s kids who are now adults. So it's kind of a cool thing.
Yes, it is. And as an adult, this is like a phenomenal moment for me. And I'm glad you brought up Ren and Stimpy first, because that was a groundbreaking show for other shows. Can you speak on that for a second?
Yeah, meeting Billy West, the legend. I met him in Boston. He was just the nicest guy. And he goes, yeah, I know who you are. You're Rocko. And I was like, really? But John Cristofalusi and then my ex-neighbor Bob Camp, they really put Nickelodeon 90s cartoons on the bandwidth, and really stretched the limits at first of what we could do. So Rocko, the first couple seasons, we owe a lot to Ren and Stimpy with all the things we got away with. Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby. Things like that. So Ren and Stimpy was the stuff, as they said.
Yes, and those are shows that they tried to come out today. It probably wouldn't go too well.
No, a lot of complaints.
Yes, and you were also on one of my favorite shows, a classic Mucha Lucha, where really didn't see a lot of Hispanic representation back then. How did it feel to be on a show like that?
It was great. It created by Eddie Morton, Lily Chin. Great. And also Jorge Gutierrez was part of that. Jorge, of course, El Tigre and Book of Life, Maya and the Three. It felt good because before that, here was a kid whose parents are from Argentina, whose name is Carlos Alazraqui, and my first voice is like an Australian company wallaby. So it was really one of the first Latino roles that I got to do, aside from Yo Quiero Taco Bell, but being a part of that. And it really means a lot to people. They'll come up and say, hey, I'm of Mexican heritage, I'm Guatemalan, I'm Puerto Rican, but you being the voice of Lucha, or Panchito Pistoles, it's a pleasure, Donald. El Tigre, Manny Rivera. All those kinds of shows mean a lot to me because it's part of my culture, but also means a lot to fans of the show who are of Latin or Hispanic descent.
Yes, because it definitely went in depth to Hispanic culture, because you didn't really see like Lucha Libre back then. A lot of people didn't even know that it was really bigger in Hispanic culture.
Yeah, and the style of fighting is a lot more athletic as opposed to just big, huge guys jumping from the top of cages and smashing chairs. These guys are actually doing really athletic moves and super popular. And of course, Lucha Vavoom was hosted by Blanca Patch, Dana Gould, and our very own Tom Kenny. Lucha Vavoom was huge in LA. And that combination of animation and wrestling was just smart, so perfect. And El Tigre had that as well.
Yes, I really wish they would bring that show back. But another show that was very popular that you actually pulled double duty on, Fairly OddParents. Yeah. How were you able to differentiate both of those characters between Denzel Crocker and Juanísimo?
Juanísimo came from the Latin side. It was much deeper. Crocker was way up here. Kind of a version, as I've said to people, of Harry Shearer's Montgomery Burns, kind of sped up. Smithers! And with a little Richard Dreyfuss and a little Gene Wilder. Fairies! So Crocker was easy to go crazy, but Juanísimo, you had to slow down a little. And then there was always Dinkelberg. Hey, neighbor! And Chompy the Goat.
When you were doing Crocker, how hard was it to just like get through a lot of those lines without laughing?
On Crocker scripts where he had to talk to his mom, Denzel, I need your help in the kitchen. Leave me alone, your bed. I'd be exhausted after 3 pages and go, Butch, water break.
I could only imagine. And Crocker, he had a great feud on there, but the main feud between Dinkelberg and Mr. Turner, how was that for you?
I felt like, why does he hate it? Dinkelberg's a nice guy. He just wants to be a great neighbor and very friendly, and he doesn't know why Timmy Turner's dad doesn't like him. Hey, neighbor, Dinkelberg.
Yes, it is hilarious. The hate is real. What was your favorite moment being on Fairly OddParents?
I just think there's so many moments just being a part of what was a symphonic cast and being in the corner and watching Darren and watching them work. and then having great guests like Kevin Michael Richardson and Phil Lamar and Rob Paulson and Jeff Bennett and Tom Kenny and Eric Bauza, Adam West. We had all these great guests on the show. So favorite part was just being a part of it live and being part of that live cast.
Yes, that cast was amazing. That show was amazing. How's life been after the show?
Life is good after the show. Got some kids now, going to a lot of volleyball games. I'm on a new show on Nickelodeon called Rock, Paper, Scissors. I play scissors. Oh man, the Rat Brothers always get everything. Tom Lennon, Dangle, Mr. Short Shorts from Reno, plays paper. And comedian Ron Funches plays rock. And Melissa Villaseñor plays pencil. And Eddie Pepitone plays our landlord, Lou. So it's a lot of great actors on it. It's on Paramount Plus right now, and it's also on Nickelodeon, and we're almost done recording season 2.
That is an interesting cast for that show. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. I never even heard of that. And for any fans that want to come up and meet you, do you have any more shows for the remainder of the year?
Yeah, you can see my shows at celebworks.com. Also, you can check me out on Instagram where I list all my shows. I'm done for 2025 after this one. I'm doing a stand-up comedy gig in Sayre, Pennsylvania, the Parents Lounge, November 7th and 8th. And it's at 7 p.m. It's called the Parents Lounge. So live stand-up comedy, which I haven't done in a long time. That was my start. And then next year, January 15 through 17, I will be in Bentonville, Arkansas, where some of my relatives live. So I know that place very well. And then you can find all my cons on Instagram or at celebworks.com.
And for fans who want to catch up with you on Instagram, what is it?
It's at Carlos Alazraqui on Instagram.
You guys heard all that. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you go stream the new show. I'm JG Collects at Anime Day 1. And like that, we're out.